and gentlemen, the political dangle in Bengal refuses to die down. Yesterday, hours after Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee asked Hindus to protect Muslims amid the month of Ramzan, fresh violence broke out in Hugli's Rishra area. A clash between two groups took place, leaving property and shops damaged. The incidents of stone pelting near the Rishra railway station in the Hugli district had this to show. This made the Chief Minister indict the BJP of stirring violence, blaming the BJP for instigating violence in the state, and the Chief Minister asserted that this is not a riot but a criminal violence. She also alleged that BJP brought people from outside the state to foment unrest. She blamed the BJP and asked what was stopping Home Minister Amit Shah from hanging rioters upside down, as he had said in Bihar a couple of days ago. Listen in to Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee.
আমি দেখলাম কালকে বিজেপির একজন নেতা বলেছেন हम क्षमता में आने से हम उल्टो करके इसको पिटाएगा। আমি তাদের একটু জিজ্ঞেস করি সত্যি করবেন তো? তাহলে আজ করছেন না কেন? দাঙ্গা তো করছে বিজেপি, দাঙ্গা তো করছে বজরং দল, দাঙ্গা তো করছে আপনার সমস্ত বিজেপির লোকেরা, তারা গিয়ে এলাকা এলাকায় দাঙ্গা করছে। কেন তাদের উল্টে পেটাচ্ছেন না যেটা নিজেকে বলছেন? চ্যারিটি বিগিনস অ্যান্ড হোম। ধর্মের নামে দাঙ্গা ধর্ম যারা ধর্মের নামে ধর্মের বদনাম করে যারা দাঙ্গা করে লোক মারছেন, রক্ত ঝরাচ্ছেন, তারা জেনে রাখুন আগামী দিন বড়ই ভয়ঙ্কর। আমি নজর রাখছি কারা বাইরে থেকে আসছে, কারা ইন্ধন যোগাচ্ছে। যতই আপনার বন্ধু থাক দিল্লিতে।
That's Mamata Banerjee questioning the BJP and its involvement on the issue of violence in Bihar. Citing the BJP's connection to the violence, Trinamool Congress has also alleged that Sumit Shaw, the man seen carrying a firearm during the Ram Navami procession last week, has been arrested from Munger in Bihar. Splashing his pictures with BJP leaders, the ruling dispensation of Trinamool Congress has claimed that it's proven that BJP orchestrated violence in Bengal. BJP MP Loket Chatterjee, on the other hand, turned around and said the Trinamool Congress supporter and a close aide of Trinamool Congress Member of Parliament Kalyan Banerjee was seen in different locations in Rishra where violence broke out. This has triggered a war of words. Listen in.
अखिल भारतीय तृणमूल कांग्रेस के साधारण संपादक श्री अभिषेक बनर्जी उसी दिन उन्होंने प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस की और उन्होंने इन वीडियो को दिखाया जिसमें दिखता है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी के इस कार्यकर्ता के हाथ में बंदूक है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी कहने लगी कि ये वीडियो फेक है। आज हम क्या देख रहे हैं कि हावड़ा पुलिस द्वारा अरेस्ट हुए हैं सुमित साव। कौन है वो? भाजपा के कार्यकर्ता हैं जिसके हाथों में वो बंदूक थी। आज सुमित साव ने अपना बयान दिया है और अपने अपराध को स्वीकार किया है।
For the second consecutive day, the BJP's march to Rishra was blocked by Bengal police, rather Kolkata cops, citing section 144. The state said that if the BJP delegation goes to Rishra, it could trigger off a face-off. But what the Trinamool Congress forgot was its own members of parliament who landed in Hathras in 2020 and were stopped by the police and said that democracy was being killed in the state of Uttar Pradesh. So, the legitimate question we are asking on the Newshour tonight: who failed to stop the violence in West Bengal is the question, the only question that is being asked tonight by the people of Bengal and the people of India.
You are watching the Newshour at 9 direct.
And joining me on the Newshour tonight is the Governor of West Bengal, C.V. Ananda Bose. Mr. Bose, thank you very much for joining me on the Newshour tonight. How do you assess the situation in West Bengal currently?
Now the situation is limping back to normalcy. I visited the field, had a first-hand impression of what happened there. I went to the spots where the incidents took place, and I saw the place where the police jeep was also set fire. Went to the railway station, where, of course, which was instrumental in cancelling many of the train services. More important, I could talk to the people who were affected and could take stock of the situation in my own way. What I saw, what I analyzed, what I assessed will all lead to my decision. That decision will lead to action very soon. Action has started.
Mr. Bose, you've also promised strict action against those responsible for the violence in Bengal. You said hooligans and thugs will be crushed with an iron hand and they will be made to curse the day they were born. Strong words. How do you respond to the actions so far on the part of the West Bengal police?
When there is a crisis, the police are there in the field, containing the crisis. This is not the time to analyze or criticize them. This is a time for action, not for dissection. That analysis and dissection, post-mortem will all come later. Now, as the sentinels in the field, let them act. Let them act decisively. No comments now.
Well, the BJP in West Bengal has alleged that police have been selective in their approach and in their action, and that Hindus have been selectively targeted. Is there merit in this complaint or this argument that has been raised by the BJP? They've even written a letter to you, Mr. Governor, sir.
In a democracy, there will be difference of perception. One party feels it in one way, the other party sees it in a different way. That is the beauty of democracy. Let it be there. There cannot be uniformity in a democracy. There will always be diversity. Each political party will assess the situation in its own way. And as the governor, I accept all the views. I will try to synthesize and arrive at a synergy and then only take a decision.
Mr. Bose, the allegations are also about the failure of law and order machinery and the requirement of central forces in West Bengal. That's also written in the letter the BJP has sent to you. Do you think there is any immediate need for central forces in West Bengal?
I reserve my comments. I am watching the situation. Watching does not mean the Orwellian nightmare of the Big Brother watching. As a constitutional head of the government or the state, I am watching the situation. Whatever is to be done at every stage will be properly analyzed with circumspection, and whatever is fit and proper for the people will be done.
There are many objections and remarks about the Chief Minister of Bengal, Ms. Mamata Banerjee, asking Hindus to protect Muslims because they are minorities. She has also told that some parts, some people who were part of the processions deliberately went to minority areas to stoke trouble. How do you see these comments? Many have said that this is an attempt to blame just one community. Do you agree with that?
The basic tenet of Hinduism is Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam. That will prevail, peace will come, communal harmony will be there. That is within the DNA of this country.
The Chief Minister and the ruling dispensation in Bengal has also said that the BJP is stoking flames through these Shobha Yatras in places like Hooghly. Do you see any merit in the allegations that there is deliberate attempt to foment trouble through these Shobha Yatras?
I would keep off politics. I am neither inclined nor competent to analyze that. I see things in the perspective of the people, in the perspective of the Constitution of India. I will take a professional approach and will do whatever is good for the people. Political bickerings is not within my purview. I have no comments on such things.
Well, that's a very correct response, but Mr. Bose, not many have taken to correctness in political discourse, which is why clearly passions are running high. But thank you very much, Governor C.V. Ananda Bose, for joining me on the Newshour tonight. Going straight to the debate on the other side, and joining the debate with me is Govt, National Spokesperson of the BJP, Dr. Anand Ranganathan, author, Professor Manojit Mondal, political analyst, supports the Trinamool Congress, Saeed Asim Wakar Sahab, National Spokesperson of the AIMIM, Tehseen Poonawala, political analyst, supports the Congress party, and Govt, it is to you that I ask my first question. From Bengal to Bihar to Maharashtra, many people have come out and said that these are areas where the BJP is looking to make political gains. It is because of this that these areas have been subjected to violence, and even the Trinamool Congress has gone out of its way to try and allege that it is the BJP which is fomenting trouble in the state of West Bengal. How do you react?
Navika, I will respond like any other citizen and a student of law that if you read a religious text more than the Constitution of India, you are bound to make such irresponsible statements, trying to evade from the responsibility that has been cast upon you by the Constitution. अब ममता जी को थोड़ा संविधान पढ़ाते हैं, कुरान तो वो पढ़ती रहती हैं. If you read the Constitution of India, Navika, there is a schedule and there is a state list, and the first item in that state list is law and order, which is a state subject responsibility of Mamata Banerjee. So the first question that the citizens of the country are asking, Mamata Banerjee, if there is a communal riot, there is arson, there is hatred amongst people, then who's responsible? And the categorical answer would be Mamata Banerjee, who has been indulging in appeasement politics, trying to shield, protect and patronize the communal elements because she considers that these communal elements are her vote bank. Second, I believe that every inch of our country belongs to every Indian, and it is only geographically that we have states. But India stands united. नाविका जी, आप मुझे बताइए, मुस्लिम इलाके क्या होते हैं? क्या हमारे बच्चे स्कूल नहीं जाएंगे अगर मुस्लिम इलाकों में है, या अस्पताल नहीं जा सकते अगर मुस्लिम इलाकों में है? Imagine a person who has taken oath under the Constitution, violating the Constitution with impunity, and then saying कि मुस्लिम इलाकों में अगर रामनवमी की शोभा यात्रा जाएगी तो हिंदू जो है वो रिस्पॉन्सिबल होंगे. थर्ड, ममता बनर्जी हैज बीन मेकिंग सच इररिस्पॉन्सिबल स्टेटमेंट्स ऑल थ्रू आउट. आई विल रिमाइंड यू, आपको याद है मुस्लिम्स के लिए कहा था, कंपेयरिंग देम टू एन एनिमल, कि ये दूध देने वाली गाय है और अगर दूध देते हैं तो मैं इनकी दुलत्ती भी खाऊंगी. इवन इफ दे किक मी, आई विल एक्सेप्ट देयर किक because they give me milk. And हिंदुओं के लिए क्या कहा? जय श्री राम का नारा लगा, ममता बनर्जी got off her car and said तेरी चमड़ी उधेड़ दूंगी. I challenge on times now. अल्लाह अकबर का नारा लगता है वेस्ट बंगाल में, अजान पढ़ी जाती है. हिम्मत है ममता बनर्जी की कि कह दे मुसलमानों से तुम्हारी चमड़ी उधेड़ दूंगी. And this clearly shows that dirty, cheap, petty politics, appeasement politics is what Mamata Banerjee is indulging in, and people of West Bengal are watching and they will give a befitting reply to Mamata Banerjee.
Well, I don't think that language should be used by anyone for anyone, especially in public discourse. So clearly, which community it should be used for doesn't even arise. That question is itself.
No community. No community.
Absolutely, I agree कि ये किसी के लिए भी नहीं कहना चाहिए. ये इस तरह के शब्द पब्लिक डिस्कोर्स में इस्तेमाल ही नहीं होने चाहिए. You know, I'd just say that इस community, उस community, it doesn't matter which community, which person. This is not palatable language. Absolutely. But Manojit Mondal, questions have been raised, and the first pertinent question is law and order. Law and order, the accountability, the responsibilities of the state government. If you knew that some people are coming from outside, if the BJP is doing it, please catch them, put them behind bars, prove, convict, whatever you do. But this kind of arson, this kind of stone pelting, even today on the 6th day after Ram Navami, is unacceptable in any state. And the opposition is extremely vocal when it comes to any BJP ruled states, saying that they are deliberately doing this. How about being accountable for your own state?
So at the outset, let me register my deep gratitude to the Governor of Bengal for saying what he has said and taking a considered view of the whole situation, visiting the place himself. Coming back to a question, yes, you are very right. So then let us ask the same question to Mr. Amit Shah. Why is he still the Home Minister of the country and looking after the law and order in Delhi? Why 2 years back, 50 people, including an IB officer, was butchered under his nose? We don't ask the same question. 50 people were killed.
My
here
friend,
in these
my friend,
classes,
those debates,
which I repeat,
debates happened during the violence in Delhi. I would request you to respond right now about the situation in Bengal, because we are not discussing Delhi right now.
Can I speak? Can I speak?
Yes, please, go ahead.
You gave uninterrupted time to my friend Govt Bhatia. Let me at least give 30 seconds. I'll call them out. Already I have done it. And look at the states run by BJP and the number of communal riots in the last 4 or 5 years. Start from UP and end with Maharashtra recently. The pattern of communal riots in this country of late, especially in the contemporary India, is very, very clear. Wherever there is BJP, either in power or in opposition, communal riots are taking place. I'm giving 3-4 states, name of 3-4 states why there are no communal riots, because there is no BJP. Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, you do not find any such communal riots because BJP is nowhere in the picture. So this is point number one. Point number two, that suggests I'm blaming squarely the BJP in Bengal for these communal riots. And this is happening since 2016. Ram Navami used to be celebrated for years. It was celebrated even in the late 19th century. There would not be any communal riots even in the contemporary India. It's happening only after 2016, because that is the time when BJP started to rise in Bengal by their favorite idea of polarizing people, which they have been doing across the country since 1992. Historically, BJP rose to prominence through rioting, through arsenal, through guns and goons. 1992, I think, is a classic example of that. In Bengal, despite their efforts, they could not do any major harm. Even in during these classes, not a single person was injured. Only they could damage properties, government properties, and some private properties. No person was injured, because still people of Bengal are extremely tolerant and they are hateful about such communal riots, and they are the reason that they have driven politically out BJP in Bengal in 2021. They tried to polarize the whole election, especially Shubhendu Adhikari, by calling Mamata all kinds of names, Begum Jan, Mumtaz Begum. Even my good friend on the screen, look at the way he used to call Mamata all boys. I have debated with him umpteen number of times. For the last 5 years, I've been debating with my good friend Gaurav Bhatia. The way he used to call Mamata, Mumtaz Begum, Begum Jan, this is the point. Point is very simple. BJP is flaming the fire, and despite their efforts, according to their own admission, 10,000
responding because you have made an allegation against Gaurav Bhatia and his party. Gaurav Bhatia, please respond.
The best answer that can be culled out, or the reasoning, is that first, the BJP is orchestrating these riots, and second, there are riots in other states also. So therefore, Mamata Banerjee is absolved of a responsibility to ensure there is proper law and order. This is the defense. But I must tell, please understand, you were asking about Amit Shah ji. Amit Shah ji as Home Minister, I'll give you 3 historic achievements of Amit Shah ji. One, abrogating Article 370. Second, banning PFI. And third, Yasin Malik has been convicted. He used to meet the former Prime Minister at the Prime Minister's residence. But that is not the topic of today's debate. Please do not. Listen to me now. Now I will tell you, Navika, some facts. The facts that will make Manojit Mondal ashamed of representing the TMC. Calcutta High Court, not you or me, is reprimanding Mamata Banerjee. They've asked for a report and they've directed Mamata Banerjee to ensure proper security for the citizenry of West Bengal, especially the Hindus. Second, the appeasement politics, the dirty politics of Mamata Banerjee. I have order of the Calcutta High Court where she allowed the Taziya's procession to be carried on, but Durga idol immersion was prohibited. And do you know what the Calcutta High Court said? I will place it for the kind consideration of the viewers. The Calcutta High Court said this, and I quote, "It is within the competence of the state to designate a separate route both for the procession Taziya by the Muslim community and the procession for immersion of the Durga idol on September 30th, 2017. This happened two other occasions. I have this order of the Calcutta High Court. Please be quiet and then respond once I am done. I just want to say one thing.
Can I respond to him?
उत्तर प्रदेश का मॉडल ये है, मुजफ्फरनगर के दंगे नहीं होते हैं. We don't see the religion of the accused. The bulldozer comes, the illegal encroachment is removed, and mafias like Atiq Ahmed and Mukhtar Ansari shudder, seeing the might of law. That is the difference. And remember, 2 May, कानून व्यवस्था गई. The day results of the West Bengal Assembly were declared, Navika, there was violence all over the state.
Absolutely.
And Mamata Banerjee
absolutely. And at that time she said the election commission is responsible. I don't know who is responsible today. It's a question people of Bengal are answering. I'm coming to you.
Nothing happened in that political, quote-unquote, political violence that you have put out. The CBI has been investigating for the last 2 years. Not a single TMC leader was arrested for that quote-unquote postpone violence that you are talking about.
You are saying that the BJP did it, then no BJP leader has also been arrested. So let's debate that another time. But Saeed Asim Waqar साहब, क्या बंगाल में जो स्थिति है उसके लिए तृणमूल कांग्रेस लॉ एंड ऑर्डर मेंटेन करने में फेल हुई है? बीजेपी ने किया, बाहर से लोग आए? क्या ये सब कहना लॉ एंड ऑर्डर ना बचाने के लिए काफी है? ये कहने के लिए कि भाई इसने किया, उसने किया और बाहर से लोग आए? लेकिन अंत में हुआ तो यही कि लॉ एंड ऑर्डर खराब हुआ, बसें जलाई गई, पथराव हुआ और 2 त्योहार, चाहे वो रमजान हो चाहे वो रामनवमी हो, उनका तमाशा बनकर रह गया बंगाल में।
देखिए, सबसे पहली बात तो मैं सबको सुन रहा था। ऐसा थोड़ी ना है कि रामनवमी का जुलूस, जो रामनवमी की यात्रा है जो निकलती है, ये 2014 के बाद शुरू हुई। ये सैकड़ों सालों से चली आ रही है इस भारत में। और मेरी तो इतनी उम्र हो गई, मैं तो अपनी पूरी उम्र ये देखता रहा कि रामनवमी का जुलूस निकल रहा है। फर्क थोड़ा सा आया, पहले जो 2014 से पहले की रामनवमी की जुलूस निकलते थे, रामलीला की बारातें निकलती थी, उसमें जो भजन चलते थे वो ये थे कि राम जी की निकली सवारी, राम जी की लीला है न्यारी न्यारी, और रघुपति राघव राजा राम, ये भजन बजते थे। 2014 के बाद से जब से बीजेपी सत्ता में आई है, तब से होने लगा है कटुआ मारे जाएंगे, राम राम चिल्लाएंगे, ये नारे लग रहे हैं।
इस तरह की शब्दावली। असीम वकार साहब, मेरी हाथ जोड़कर आपसे प्रार्थना है कि नेशनल चैनल पे इस तरह के शब्द ना इस्तेमाल करें। आप पर केस होगा या नहीं होगा, मुझ पर चैनल पर जरूर हो जाएगा, इसीलिए प्लीज संरक्षण दीजिए मुझे। इस तरह के शब्द ना कहें, ये सही नहीं है, ये सही नहीं है।
यही मैं सुनना चाह रहा था, ये सही नहीं है। मैं पुरजोर मजम्मत करता हूं, और अगर आप लोगों ने और बीजेपी के तमाम नेताओं ने और जो लोग समर्थन करते हैं इसका विरोध शुरू कर दिया होता, तो आज ये नौबत ना आती। मैडम, कौन सा संविधान भारत का ये कहता है कि जवान, नौजवान और नाबालिग बच्चे हाथ में तलवारें, छुरियां, गड़ासे, कट्टे, बंदूकें लेकर चले, पिस्तौलें लेकर चले सड़क के ऊपर नारे लगाते हुए? ये क्या रामचंद्र जी, हमारे पुरुषोत्तम राम, खुश होते होंगे? ये उनके जुलूस में होना चाहिए? ये सवाल है, ममता बनर्जी की सरकार से सवाल है,
मैं उत्तर देना
और उन तमाम लोगों से जो इसका समर्थन करते हैं नारों का इस तरह के, उनसे सवाल है।
तो आपका भी यही कहना है,
मैं पूछ रहा हूं कि
आपका भी यही कहना है कि रामनवमी की यात्रा में जो लोग चले, नहीं, जो लोग चले उन्होंने ये सब किया, यही है ना आपका मुद्दा?
पूरी बात
जल्दी पूरी करिए।
आप इसका इनकार कर सकती हैं, आप इसका इनकार कर सकती हैं, लेकिन जब इस तरह के हथियारों के साथ, असलहों के साथ, अवैध असलहों के साथ सड़कों पर जुलूस निकाले गए तो पुलिस ने एक्शन क्यों नहीं लिया? पुलिस ने अरेस्ट क्यों नहीं किया? अगर पुलिस फौरन एक्शन ले लेती और ऐसे लोगों को लाठियों पीट पीट कर जेल में डाल देती तो ये नौबत ही ना खड़ी हो। मैं उन दोनों तरफ के लोगों का निंदा करता हूं जो दंगों को भड़काते हैं, जो इस तरह की हिंसा की कार्रवाई में आगे आते हैं। मैं उन सब का विरोध करता हूं। ये देश उन शरीफ और तमाम उन हमारे अच्छे लोगों का देश है जो इस देश को प्यार करते हैं,
बिल्कुल,
जो देश को जलाना नहीं चाहते।
अच्छे लोगों का देश है,
हम सबको निकल कर इसका मुकाबला करना होगा।
आप जिस तरह के शब्द बोल रहे थे वो ना बोलते तो भी शायद जनता भड़कने से बच जाती। ये भी एक सोचने का तरीका है। खैर, मैं गौरव भाटिया जी, आई एम जस्ट कमिंग टू यू, बट आनंद रंगनाथन इज रेजिंग हिज हैंड, सो आई एम गोइंग अक्रॉस टू डॉक्टर आनंद रंगनाथन।
सुनिए, सैकड़ों वीडियो सोशल मीडिया पे घूम रहे हैं इस तरह के तमाम। तो मैं तो कम बोला हूं।
चलिए ठीक है, चलिए अगर आप अपनी तारीफ करना चाहते हैं तो ठीक है। डॉक्टर आनंद रंगनाथन।
नाविका, मैं इस मामले में पढ़ना नहीं चाहता, लेकिन वकार साहब जिनकी मैं इज्जत करता हूं वो कह रहे हैं सैकड़ों वीडियो घूम रहे हैं। जरा वो वीडियो भी दिखा दें जिसमें मुस्लिम प्रोसेशन ये कह रहा है कि दीन के गद्दार बुलाऊं क्या अली को, तलवारें ब्रांडिश हो रही हैं, कट्टे निकाले जा रहे हैं। वो वकार साहब नहीं बताएंगे। सिलेक्टिविटी इज द प्रॉब्लम हियर, बट एनीवे, कैन आई प्लीज हैव माय 2 minutes एंड आई रिक्वेस्ट द कर्टेसी ऑफ।
मैं सबके लिए कह रहा हूं, आपने सुना नहीं आनंद भाई?
नहीं, आपने एग्जांपल नहीं दिया।
मैंने कहा दोनों तरफ से लोग नहीं दिया जो हिंसा भड़काते हैं उसका समर्थन करते हैं,
ये एग्जांपल
मैं उनकी निंदा करता हूं। ये इनकी जगह जेल में
नहीं दिया वकार साहब। नाविका, सब गलत बात है। देखिए, मैंने आपको इंटरप्ट
नहीं, आपने सुना नहीं। आप अब इसको बैक करके
उन्होंने पूरी तरह से सुना, पूरा वॉल्यूम जा रहा था। अब वो जो बात कह रहे हैं आप सुन लीजिए, वो जो कह रहे हैं वो आप सुन लीजिए। जी आनंद जी।
नाविका, बिफोर आई एम इंटरप्टेड, 2-3 चीजें कहनी है। एक तो आई रियली कमेंड प्रोफेसर मोनोदीप मोंडल for commending, in fact, the governor. I think it's a very good sign that spokespersons and representatives of the ruling party in Bengal are not at loggerheads with the governor, because it's a constitutional post. And I also add to what Professor Mondal said, that the governor chose his words very carefully, and he looks like a man who's serious in going about his business. That said, can I also gently rebuke Professor Mondal in saying that if you look at all the states where BJP has no standing, there are no riots. In fact, does he know about the Marat massacre in Kerala? Does he know that in 2019-20 NCRB data says Kerala has the maximum number of riots? So please, there is no correlation between the presence or absence of BJP and these riots and communal disturbances. In fact, can I also counter you, Navika, when you pose this, of course, as a question, i.e. not believing in this, what other journalists are saying, alleged journalists, that all these disturbances are happening in states where BJP wants to be elected. That's completely wrong, because was as true Indology, the wonderful handle that exposes all these charlatans has shown, was there BJP in 1680? Since then, the Ramnavami processions have been attacked by Muslims. Was there BJP in 1871 when these processions were ruthlessly attacked? So this has been going on, and this will go on. The point is, and here I come back to this issue, and here I'll just finish with 2 things. One, I think the TMC may have had good intentions, but I'm afraid, I'm saying Professor Mondal may have had good intentions, but TMC is just running around in circles, because if they say that the disturbance has been caused by some guy in the procession carrying a revolver, then they are contradicting themselves when they say that the procession, the route chosen was different from what was told the route should be taken. So that clearly only one of those 2 things can be correct. A, The fact is there has been a complete breakdown in law and order. And here, just 30 seconds, I want to say something very important because my brother Govt is here. You've seen what happened yesterday, Navika. Rahul Gandhi went all the way to Surat for a piddly little thing concerning a court case. And who accompanied him? 3 chief ministers of states. 3 chief ministers. On the other hand, it has been 2 years since massive pogrom happened against Hindus in the post-poll violence in Bengal. How many BJP-ruled states, ministers or chief ministers have gone to Bengal to stage a protest to save those hundreds of thousands who are either who have fled to Assam or who have been raped, their property pillaged, they've been driven out, ethnically cleansed from Bengal. So please, ताली 2 हाथ से बजती है. आप चिल्ला के कह रहे हैं कि ममता दीदी ये करिए वो करिए. आपने क्या किया?
बिल्कुल. And Gaurav Bhatia, add to that the question of where is the CBI investigation in this entire violence that was ordered by the courts?
Because there is nothing to investigate.
So I will answer one by one.
Those are all manufactured narratives that people are flying from Bengal.
Anandji, please ask him to be quiet.
Yes, Gaurav Bhatia.
Please ask him to be quiet. Please.
Mandal is Sitaram Yechuri a Sangi.
Anand Bhai
is Sitaram Yechuri a Sangi, Professor Mandal. He is also alleged there was violence against CPIM cadre in post-poll violence in Bengal.
He is a political opponent of TMC.
And so are you of the BJP, so you can say whatever you want. It doesn't hold water, but that's not the point. Gaurav Bhatia has been asked a question. Mr. Gaurav Bhatia is responding to that question. I just request all the experienced panelists to just hold on. Hold your thoughts. Gaurav Bhatia.
You know, Navika, I asked a few questions, none were answered, but Anand Bhai raised a very important point and I want to address it for a reason. You know, 1 million plus viewers must be watching your program. Many of them would be Hindus. And when we say that we respect the constitution, stand with every citizen and also the Hindus who are being targeted in the state of West Bengal, I need to cite an example. Anand Bhai said, who from the BJP stood for the Hindus or the workers of BJP who have been targeted in West Bengal? I will remind you, Anand Bhai, 2nd May when the election results came, there was violence all over the state.
Correct.
Our national president, JP Nadda ji, not just that one incident, even Bir Bhoom, 10 people were killed there, was standing there. Let me respond. And then you may counter me. If my facts are not correct, you have every right to counter me. But please allow me. JP Nadda ji himself went to West Bengal, stood there with the citizens of West Bengal. Please. Anand Bhai, don't do that. I think
I didn't interrupt you. I'm just saying Professor Mondal did. I didn't interrupt you. Gaurav, I didn't interrupt you. I'm just saying that. Okay. Professor Mondal did.
Okay, Anand Bhai. Anand Bhai.
I just raised an interjection.
So, Anand Bhai, I would first say that the Prime Minister, the Prime Minister, every time he has visited the state of West Bengal, has raised the issues of all the brutalities with the citizens residing in West Bengal, plus the BJP and the RSS workers who've been targeted. Amit Shah ji himself had raised this issue. He even met the family members who were lost their loved one. Amit Shah ji was there. So I am talking about 3 leaders and there are many more. Second, regarding a CBI investigation, Navika posed a question to me. Today's letter of Mr. Majumdar, the state president, he in the letter itself written to Amit Shah ji has requested for an NIA investigation. Now as a spokesperson I cannot comment on it, but I can tell you even the people of West Bengal want a thorough and a very impartial investigation.
Well,
Third, यहाँ पे AIMIM के प्रवक्ता बता रहे थे कि भगवान राम को अच्छा नहीं लगेगा जो कर रहे हैं. मैं कहूँगा क्या अल्लाह को अच्छा लगेगा जब अकबरुद्दीन ओवैसी ने कहा था 10 मिनट के लिए पुलिस हटा दो, हिंदुओं को मजा चखा देंगे? क्या अल्लाह को अच्छा लगेगा जब वारिस पठान ने कहा था 15 करोड़ हैं, 100 करोड़ पे भारी हैं? और मैं AIMIM के प्रवक्ता से ये इतना ही कहना चाहता हूं, हर बात पे मुसलमान लाते हो, ATM पे मुसलमान, कम्युनल राइट पे मुसलमान, अरे कभी तो सिटीजन की बात करो.
Well, Manojit Mondal, that is unfair because what you said is also part of a broken record because that has also been been said before, but Asim Waqar Saab has to rebut. Of course. बिल्कुल, लेकिन तहसीन पूनावाला, my friend, hasn't spoken. I'm coming to you, Asim Waqar Saab. तहसीन पूनावाला, democracy को कोई खतरा. 1 minute, Manojit Mondal. तहसीन पूनावाला, democracy को अब कोई खतरा नहीं है.
टीएमसी के और तमीज से बात करना सीखे.
Gaurav, I've come in after 35 minutes. I actually today on this debate concur completely with what Ananda said, and gently, Professor Saab, may I rebut you on a couple, Professor Saab, please, on a couple of issues. You are right, Professor, on half of it, that everywhere that there is a riot, on the other side is the BJP supporters everywhere. But where I agree with Anand is on Kerala and Telangana that there have been riots, and on the other side has been BJP supporters because they see growth there. In Telangana University, in Kerala, BJP supporters are synonymous with riots, therefore it's the Bharatiya Jhagadalu party. Now let me tell you, Yale University says that the BJP gains from riots, point number 1. Point number 2, everywhere wherever riot happens under any administration, there is a set pattern. Yes, it used to happen pre-independence, but in modern Indian history, post-2012, 2013, it's continuously happening. And what happens is, when the BJP comes to power, it withdraws cases on its leaders who instigate the riot. Example in Uttar Pradesh, on all BJP ministers where riot cases were withdrawn in the assembly. Why was it withdrawn? Therefore, I'm saying that in the end, it is Owaisi's kids or Amit Shahji's kids who will go to universities, sit in IPL matches, go abroad, get the most cozy positions. People in riots will be the poorest of Hindus, the poorest of Muslims, the poorest of Indians. They will not get the opportunities. Jai Shahji will be in IPL with sheikhs. Owaisi's kids will be in foreign universities. Shivraj Singh Chauhan's kids will go to Western universities, and our kids will suffer. Identify the method and madness. This polarization is a method.
Very convenient for you to look at the period only after 2014 and make the comment. You know, why should your history not be seen? Haven't there been riots under the Congress party?
And BJP is gained from it. And BJP is gained from it.
आपकी हिस्ट्री नहीं पता, लेकिन सबसे जरूरी सवाल जो गौरव भाटिया जी ने उठाया था, मैं पहले असीम वकार साहब से पूछूंगी. अल्लाह को बुरा नहीं लगेगा? जो सवाल उन्होंने पूछा था उसका जवाब दीजिए.
देखिए, बंगाल हो, बिहार हो, झारखंड हो, दिल्ली हो, ये सब भारतीय जनता पार्टी के समर्थित लोग जो इस तरह के लोगों को सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं. एक बार बोल दीजिए, मैं शुरू से बात कहता हूं कि हिंसा की देश में कोई जगह नहीं है. चाहे वो किसी मजहब, किसी जाति, किसी धर्म का आदमी करे, उसकी कोई जगह नहीं है देश में. और धार्मिक जुलूसों में किसी भी तरह की कट्टरता, अवैध असलहों, अवैध हथियारों, तलवारों को जो लेकर चल रहे हैं लोग, इस तरह के नारे लगा रहे हैं, तो वहां का जो मुख्यमंत्री है, जो वहां की सरकार है, उसको कार्रवाई करना पड़ेगी. ममता बनर्जी दोनों नावों पे पैर रख के चलना चाहती हैं. ममता बनर्जी ये भी दिखाती है कि मुसलमानों के साथ हैं, और ममता बनर्जी उन गुंडों के खिलाफ, उन क्रिमिनल्स के खिलाफ, उन आतंकी मानसिकता के लोगों के खिलाफ कार्रवाई भी नहीं कर रही हैं. यही बीजेपी के लोग
आपने अकबरुद्दीन ओवैसी जी के कमेंट्स पर कोई कमेंट नहीं किया, और ये बताता है कि राम का पाठ पढ़ाना बहुत आसान है, लेकिन अल्लाह के नाम पर आपने जवाब नहीं दिया. ये पब्लिक भी देख रही है. डॉक्टर आनंद रंगनाथन, लास्ट वर्ड टू यू.
Yes, thank you. Navika, I have to say this very, very heavy heart.
आप मुझे बोलने नहीं दे रही हैं.
वकार साहब, प्लीज.
जवाब क्या दूंगा? आप मुझे बात ही नहीं करना.
माफ कीजिएगा, ये 3 घंटे की फिल्म नहीं है. ये 3 घंटे की फिल्म नहीं है. जितना आप लोग बोलना चाहते हैं उतना समय नहीं है मेरे पास, इसीलिए लास्ट कमेंट.
आप जाकर ओवैसी साहब कर्नाटका में पोलराइजेशन करेंगे. ये पैटर्न सबको दिखता है.
आनंद रंगनाथ.
नाविका कुमार जी, आप लोग को चाहिए कि देश से माफी मांगे. आप लोग
आप ना मांगे, हम ही मांगे रह जाए.
आप लोग देश से
आप ना मांगिएगा किसी से माफी. जो आपके स्टेटमेंट्स हैं, हम मांगे माफी. हम मांगे माफी, चाहे हमारी गलती हो या ना हो, हम माफी मांगे. आप ना मांगिएगा देश से माफी. लेकिन लास्ट वर्ड, एवरीबडी फेडर्स डाउन. आनंद रंगनाथन.
Thank you, Navika. As I was saying, the only thing worse than a communal riot and a disturbance is the politicking that goes on after the political, the communal riots and disturbance. And it is very shameful because remember, this program is not being watched by the people who've been raped, murdered, pillaged and ethnically cleansed. They don't care about this politicking. So I ask this again. मेरा सवाल ममता दी और उन पे नहीं है. मेरा सवाल है जो रूलिंग डिस्पेंसेशन है, बिकॉज मैं उनसे एक्सपेक्ट करता हूं कि फेयरनेस आए. तो मैं गौरव जी से दोबारा पूछता हूं, इन द आफ्टरमाथ ऑफ द पोस्ट पोल बंगाल वायलेंस 50,000 हिंदूज fled Bengal and reached Assam, which was a BJP ruled state, in Rangpagli and all the other areas. I want to ask him a simple question. How many of those 50,000 have been rehabilitated by the BJP, by the central government, back to Bengal? Give me the number, Gaurav, please.
30 seconds, Gaurav Bhatia.
Anand Bhai, again I would say, Anand Bhai, I have always believed you are a very well-read man, but today for some reason I think you have stopped your habit of reading, because you're not aware after the 2nd May violence that took place, the Calcutta High Court passed a judgment, the guilty are being tried, and every measure by the central government has been taken as per the directions of the Calcutta High Court. Now you have to understand, there are constitutional obligations, and when the High Court or the Supreme Court is seized with the matter, then you have to go according to what the High Court or the Supreme Court is directing. But I must tell you, not just for the Hindus, Modi ji believes every citizen needs to be protected, and this 50,000 number that you have given, at least I am not aware of that, so I will not be in a position to just say something without verifying the number that you are giving. But we are committed and we will ensure that every citizen is protected, even in West Bengal, and Mamata Banerjee needs to realize that law and order is her duty and responsibility.
Well, and the public is watching, not just in Bengal, but in other parts of the country where violence of this kind has taken place, from Bihar, Maharashtra, Gujarat to Bengal. Thank you very much to my panelists for joining me on debate number 1. On the other side, ladies